On this Silverado, P0300 is a general engine misfire code. In plain language, the control module may be seeing crankshaft speed changes that look like a misfire, but this path is not starting from one confirmed cylinder. The truck may idle rough, feel uneven under load, or the concern may only show up under certain operating conditions. Possible fault areas can include fuel delivery or injector control, crank and cam signal information, wiring and connector issues, engine mechanical condition, or vibration inputs that can look like a misfire to the module. So diagnose it in order and do not guess at parts. Start with the basic system checks before getting into this P0300 path. Then follow a structured diagnostic approach and keep the diagnostic categories organized. If other codes are present, check what they mean first, especially anything tied to cam or crank sensing, glow plug or injector operation, the fuel system, or engine mechanical condition. Those can change the direction of this misfire diagnosis. Begin the verification with the engine idling. Listen for abnormal engine noise. If you hear a mechanical noise that should not be there, stop chasing P0300 as an electrical or fuel-only problem and handle the engine mechanical symptom first. If the engine sounds normal, perform the crankshaft position variation learn with the scan tool. Next, verify there are no related codes for the camshaft position sensor, crankshaft position sensor, glow plugs, fuel injectors, the fuel system, or mechanical condition. Do not ignore those. If one is set, diagnose that related direction first. If no related code is set, stay on the P0300 verification path. Now watch the scan tool misfire data. The cylinder 1 to 8 current misfire counter should not increment. If it does increment, move into circuit and system testing. If it stays stable, enable cylinder power balance and compare how the engine reacts as each fuel injector is turned off. The injector control function disables the fuel injector for 30 seconds when activated, so listen and watch for each cylinder to affect engine speed or sound the same way. If one or more cylinders do not respond the same, move into testing. If all cylinders respond evenly, continue the verification. With the misfire counter still being monitored, wiggle the harnesses and connectors at the engine control module and the fuel injectors. High resistance in an injector circuit can set P0300 without setting a separate injector circuit code, so this part matters. If the misfire counter increments during the wiggle check, repair the wiring, terminals, or connectors as needed. If the counter does not increment, continue to operating condition verification. Before judging the road test, make sure the monitor is actually allowed to run. The monitor gates include engine coolant temperature equals -9 to 131 degrees Celsius, 16 to 268 degrees Fahrenheit. Engine load equals 0%. Engine speed equals 450 to 3,200 RPM. Fuel level equals greater than 11%. And system voltage equals 9 to 32 V. There is also a related crank variation condition where engine speed equals greater than 1,000 RPM. DTC P0315 is set. The crank and cam signals need to be synchronized. Fuel cutoff inactive. Rough road not detected. And the prerequisite codes not set. Once those gates are met, the monitor runs continuously. Then operate the vehicle within the conditions that run the P0300 monitor, or reproduce the captured conditions from the stored data. If P0300 does not reset, this path is all okay at this point. If it does reset, go into circuit and system testing. The set behavior and clearing behavior for this code group are type B, so the final call still needs to be made under valid monitor conditions. For circuit and system testing, start with the ignition or vehicle off. Verify the CH51450A oscilloscope diagnostic kit and CH51450 LEATA oscilloscope basic lead kit are available. If the required scope equipment is not available, pause and recheck the earlier diagnostic path instead of guessing at the next branch. If the tools are available, perform the relative engine compression test. If that test does not pass, go back to an engine mechanical diagnosis. If it passes, continue into the fuel and injector checks. Next, verify the listed fuel side conditions are not present. Look for injector connection problems, looseness, leakage, or visible damage. Check that fuel level is not low, and inspect the fuel lines for blockage, incorrect connection, kinks, leakage, looseness, or visible damage. If any of those conditions are found, repair or replace as necessary. If none are found, perform the fuel system diagnosis. If that fuel system test does not pass, repair or replace as necessary. If it passes, this testing path is all okay. After any repair, keep verification separate from the testing work. Verify the repair and confirm the code stays gone under the conditions that run the monitor. The takeaway is simple. P0300 is diagnosed by proving the misfire data, comparing cylinder contribution, checking intermittent wiring movement, then separating mechanical compression concerns from fuel system concerns. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.